Busy for FMCG retail. In this presentation, we will discuss about various features that Busy offers for FMCG retail industry. This video is basically part of our trade specific video in which we pick up a particular trade type and discuss what all features Busy offer for this particular trade type and how you can use and implement those features in Busy. In this presentation also, we will discuss various features offered by Busy for FMCG retail and how we can use and implement those features in Busy. First of all, we'll go to Administration, Configuration, Features option. Here we'll click the trade specific configuration button. On clicking the button, you can see a list of trade types is appearing in which we will select the FMCG retail trade type. After selecting the FMCG retail trade type, a list of option is appearing which Busy has enabled by default. Basically, these features are enabled by default by Busy as these will be required in FMCG trade type. If you do not need any particular feature, then you can disable that feature also. First feature that Busy has enabled is of salesman broker wise reporting. If you want, you can keep this feature enabled. Next, Busy has set the quantity decimal places to 3. Then is your MRP wise detail, very important feature. Then is scheme. You can maintain and create almost any type of scheme using Scheme Master in Busy. Then is free quantity in vouchers, batch wise details for perishable goods. Batch wise details are mandatory, like you need to maintain the manufacturing date, expiry date, MRP also. Then we have set the pricing mode as treat MRP as sale price. Then pause is enabled in main series of the sales voucher. Auto rounding of final amount in series is enabled, and item wise discount feature is also enabled by default. However, if you do not want any particular feature, you can disable it. Click Save button to save the configuration. Once you have saved this configuration, the next step would be to create a salesman master. Basically, if you deal with various salesman brokers or you want to create different salesman master for the salesman working in your stores and showroom, then you can do so by using the salesman master. Here we are going to salesman add option, specify the name of the salesman, print name, address of the salesman, mobile number, email ID, and then salesman account to be credited, in which we have selected the commission on sales account. Click Save button to save the salesman master. Next, we will be creating different schemes. In big stores, showrooms, often you find different types of schemes. So in Busy, using Scheme Master, you can create almost any type of scheme. We'll go to Scheme Add option. Here, first of all, we are specifying the name as buy 2 get 1 free. Then if there is a particular date range or time range for which scheme is applicable, then you can specify the same in the specified date time range option. Then the scheme is to be applied on a particular party, group of parties, or all parties. We are selecting all parties option, and then you will select the vouchers in which scheme will be applicable. Here we are selecting the sales voucher. Then we are applying the scheme on individual item wise, and we are selecting the scheme type as free discounted same item, which means that with the sale of a particular item, few quantities of that particular item will be given as free or at discounted rate. In the scheme details box, we are specifying first item as Amul butter 100 gram, and we are specifying the quantity as 2 and giving 1 packet of it as free. Then is Amul butter 500 grams with 2 packets, 1 packet is free. McCann French fries. Similarly, all those items on which 1 packet will be given as free on the purchase of 2 packets, you can specify all those items in this box. For more details on how to use and implement Scheme Master, you can refer to our video implementing scheme in Busy uploaded on YouTube. Click Save button to save the Scheme Master. Next, we are creating one more Scheme Master with the name Extra 5% Discount. This particular scheme type we are applying on voucher basis, that is, it will be applied on total bill amount. Next, we are selecting the scheme type as discount bill sundry, that is, we will be applying a discount at the bill sundry level. Then in the scheme details group, we are specifying that if the voucher amount is above 1000 rupees, then additional 5% discount will be provided. So at the time of data entry, if the voucher amount exceeds rupees 1000, then Busy will ask you that you want to apply 5% additional discount or not. Click Save button to save the Scheme Master. Till now we have created the Salesman Master, Scheme Master. Now we will be discussing the Item Master. We are opening various items in modify mode. Here we are assuming that you have already created the items, but still if you have not yet created the items, then you can create them using the item add option. Here first of all we are opening item Amul butter 100 grams in modify mode, and we are enabling batch wise details for this particular item. Next, we are opening Britannia Bourbon item in modify mode. Here we are specifying the alias for this item. If you want to read item details from the barcodes, then it is recommended that you follow a systematic alias system. as it will be helpful in reading item details from the barcode. We are also enabling the MRP wise details option for this item, that is we want to maintain different MRPs for this particular item. Next we are opening item Head and Shoulder shampoo in modify mode. On saving this item, a multiple aliases window is appearing, in which first of all we have selected the option as different MRP. Then we are specifying different alias for this particular item with different MRPs. That is, if there are different MRPs of particular item, then you can also maintain multiple alias also. It is also helpful and beneficial in reading details from the barcodes. Next we will be entering our transactions. First of all we will be entering our purchase transactions. We'll go to purchase add option. Here we are selecting the purchase type as item wise. Next we are selecting the item Amul butter 100 grams. On pressing enter key on the unit field, you can see item batch details window is appearing, as we have enabled the batch feature for this particular item. In this window we'll specify the batch related details, that is manufacturing date, expiry date for this particular item, and click OK button to save the batch details. On pressing the enter key on the amount field, you can see item wise GST window is appearing, which is showing the current tax rate for this particular item. This window is appearing because we have selected the purchase type as item wise. Next we are selecting the items Britannia bourbon. On selecting the item and input item MRP window is appearing. This window is appearing because we have enabled the MRP wise details feature for this particular item, that is we can maintain different MRPs for this item. Next we are selecting McCann French fries item. Here, for this item also we are entering the batch wise details. In this voucher you are not required to enter any tax details and bill sundry, as we have selected the item wise option and we have specified the tax details with each item. Click save button to save the voucher. Next we are entering one more purchase voucher. Here also we have taken the purchase type as item wise. We have selected the item as Britannia bourbon and we have specified its MRP also, that is we have purchased item Britannia bourbon biscuits on two different MRPs. In first voucher there was a different MRP, in this particular purchase voucher there is a different MRP for this item. Click save button to save the voucher. Now we will be entering our sales transaction. We'll go to sales add option. You can see on the screen that this is a pause voucher, as Busy has by default enabled the pause feature for the main series of the sales voucher. If you want to make any changes in the pause configuration, then you can do so by going to voucher configuration option and make the required changes. Now coming back to our sales voucher, here we are selecting the party. Next we are specifying the salesman. Here we are selecting the item as Britannia bourbon. On selecting the item, Busy has shown a window in which different MRPs of the items are shown. You can select the MRP at which this item was purchased. So this is our MRP feature. Next we are selecting the Amul butter item. One packet we have sold. Next Head and Shoulder items. Here we have specified the item quantity as 1+1. Which means with one bottle of Head and Shoulder shampoos, one bottle will be given as free. This is part of our item free quantity feature. This is not exactly part of scheme feature. If you have enabled item wise free quantity details feature, then you can enter the quantity in this format also. Quantity entered after a plus symbol will be treated as free quantity. Next we are entering one more item, Vim dishwash bar. Here we have specifying the item wise discount. You can see in the discount column we have given the discount as 3%. So this is part of our item wise discount, in which we can specify different discount rate with different item. Click save button to save the voucher. Enter the amount settlement details. Next you can enter the commission related details like commission mode, commission percentage, and after this Busy is asking that you want to print this invoice. Click yes button. We are printing the invoice in standard format, and on the screen you can see a complete preview of your invoice. Next we are entering one more sales voucher. Enter header related details of the voucher. Next we are selecting the item as McCann French fries. Here on entering the quantity as 2, Busy has automatically applied the scheme that 2 packets of McCann French fries, 1 packet will be given as free. Enter batch related details of the item. In the next row again, Amul butter. As soon as you specify the quantity as 2, 1 packet will be given as free. Enter batch related details of this particular item also. Then we have selected the Sunsilk shampoo, walnuts. For whatever items you are selling, you can enter in this bill. On clicking the save button, you can see Busy is showing a scheme details window, which is showing that on first 2 items, buy 2 get 1 free scheme is applied. And since the voucher amount is exceeding 1000 rupees, shall Busy apply an additional discount of 5%. If you remember, we have created this scheme also that on exceeding the bill amount of 1000, 5% discount should be applied. So you can choose the scheme and apply the scheme. Click save button to save this voucher. Now we will go to our reporting part. In the display you can see a lot of reports are appearing. First of all, we'll view the commission calculation report. We are viewing this report for a particular salesman, and on the screen you can view the complete commission details for that salesman. Next are your scheme reports, in which you can view the scheme used in voucher reports. Specify the name of the scheme. Here we are specifying the name is buy two get one free, and you can see on the screen vouchers in which this particular scheme has been used. Next are your batch MRP wise report. Here we are viewing the batch wise stock, so you can view the batch wise details of the item, that when this particular batch is purchased, what is the manufacturing date, what is the expiry date. And next we are viewing the MRP wise stock report, in which you can see on the screen that with item Britannia bourbon biscuits, it's showing two different MRPs as we have entered in the purchase voucher. These are all features that Busy enable by default for FMCG retail industry type. Hope after going through this presentation you would be able to use and implement all these features easily in Busy. Thanks for watching. For more videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel.